Hey, my wonderful sweet baby. So today we're going to be talking about Cassie and Diddy's settlement from their lawsuit. So just yesterday, I actually came to you guys and expressed to you guys that Cassie was actually going to be suing Diddy after her shocking explanations of what he was doing to her throughout the entirety of their relationship. It appears that Cassie has dropped everything and now she is stating that she would like to settle, and her and Diddy have came up with an agreement. So here's pretty much a statement that was put out on behalf of the entirety of the situation. I'll go ahead and let you guys go ahead and pause the video if you need, so then you can take a little bit of time to read this. This was also the statement that Cassie put out from her side, and pretty much just stating that, everything ended amicably. And then soon after, Brother Love decided that he wanted to also put out a statement in regards to this situation as well, and also just reiterated what Cassie said, which was that everything ended amicably. So here's my thoughts. I call 100% BS. I think that Diddy 100% got under Cassie's skin and got in her head and made her want to call everything off. Now, this is just my formulated opinion. There has been nothing that has come forth that, he has done anything. I'm just speaking directly from my heart, and I will not slander this man's name because I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I'm going to speak on how I feel in this situation. I 100% feel like everything that Cassie had stated happened. There was too many people that were celebrities that spoke out on her behalf, stating that everything that she was saying was true. I think that Diddy may have personally reached out to Cassie and expressed to her something, and I feel like that something that he told her involved her family, which then in return calls for her to recant everything. And because at the end of the day, Mr. Brother Love has money, I feel like he was also able to resolve this situation in the manner that he felt was best. I'm feeling an array of different emotions, but I feel like the emotion that I'm feeling the most is disappointment, anger, as well as justice not being served. I'm disappointed simply because I really wanted Cassie to stand on business, and I really wanted her to do exactly what it is that needed to be done, so then not only she can get her retribution, but everybody else that has fallen victim could also receive their retribution as well. Yesterday, I'm not sure if I said it on here or was I just saying it within my Instagram stories, but I feel like this was going to be the main way of everybody else getting their retribution. I feel like many other people would have came out, like other victims that probably experienced the same situations as Cassie would have come forth if Cassie would have just stayed sticking to what she decided to stick to in the beginning. But I do understand. I feel as if, in this instance, if it did have to be in regards to her husband as well as her children, then it makes perfect sense to say, you know what, all of this is not worth the safety of my family. Now, I'm not going to say that I think that Brother Love was trying to do anything in regards to the safety of her family. I just think that in some instances, when you play with fire, you do get burned. And there's a lot of previous allegations that have come forth on Brother Love that cause for people to feel intimidated in a sense. I wanted to mention this to you guys yesterday, but I didn't really think about it until after the fact I had already posted the video. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Young Miami and how she seems as well. There's just something about her demeanor that seems extremely off. And I feel like it's a part of her demeanor that seems off, especially when Diddy is mentioned. Now, I'm not sure if this is just me reading into it extra because I'm not a 100% diehard City Girls fan, but I do see that, Young Miami does seem like a lot is bothering her, even when people mention Diddy's name. Because at the end of the day, I don't really think that her and Diddy are a 100% real couple. I think that they both have an agreement, which I primarily think was the same situation that Cassie went through with Diddy as well. I think that her and him had an agreement, and he was supposed to do everything that he was supposed to do on his end, as long as she did everything that she was supposed to do on her end. What's even more interesting is the fact that this clip has come forth with Diddy doing an interview on The Breakfast Club. Now, Diddy actually did this interview on The Breakfast Club with his son sitting right next to him. And pretty much in this interview that he did back in 2015, he pretty much explained that he gives 25-75 in the relationships that he gives. So he pretty much said 25% of the time you would pretty much not really like him and you would have some form of disdain towards him. And then 75% of the time you would love everything about him. Now, I just think that that's a little bit weird and strange for him to even say or even admit, but I don't know. It's just something about this is just really strange, especially for all of this to even come out all at the same time. So back to the situation with Young Miami, I just feel like she's not herself, and she's really just doing this because of a motive in which she wants, which I'm assuming is the money. She has a hit show / podcast that is on YouTube and that is thriving. And she's been able to really open doors for herself and be considered this mogul, and a good amount of it is due to Diddy being in her corner. At the end of the day, she's not as young as Cassie was, so she's not as impressionable as Cassie was. Young Miami's whole demeanor is this type of a lifestyle, so she makes it seem as if it does not faze her, but I'm very good at reading people, and I can tell that this whole lifestyle and everything that she's doing, it bothers her. But despite all that, if that's what she wants, that's what she wants. At the end of the day, it's justice for Cassie, and I'm hoping that everything goes through well for her and that her and her family are safe. One of these days, this situation will be resolved. I'm not exactly sure how this situation will be resolved, but one of these days, everything will work out. But that's my opinion. What's yours?